How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be doing some eBay item unboxings. Now, the story behind this is that I'm a retro game collector. I also buy and sell on occasion to get a little bit of money back or maybe allow myself to add to my collection cheaper. So I spend off and on a little bit of time on eBay, and recently I've gotten back into it, so I figured I'd share with you guys what I have today, and hopefully you enjoy it. Here we go. So obviously I didn't buy a Nokia flip phone. They even crossed it out like, this is not what you're getting. Let's hope not. That would be pretty awesome though. All right. So we got some padding. Oop, we got some padding. More padding. Cool. All right, we got a charger. For those who know what this is, they know what's coming. I already know what this is. Obviously, I bought it. This is always a task. I have my handy dandy scissors from 3rd grade, still sharp as ever. Ooh, it's gross. So we have a Game Boy Advance SP AGS 101. Now, for those who don't know what this is, it is the brighter colored screen. They had this listed on the auction as 001, which is the older, kind of more dim lit screen, which is, it's not as valuable. But I knew the color right away when I saw the auction. For those who can't see it, it is pearl blue. And on the back, they did have a picture of the back, and it actually says 101 on there as well. So, condition's not horrible. And it actually came with a game, which was one of the reasons why I bought it, because this game itself is worth a decent chunk. So, what I spent on this, it comes with the charger, and I'm going to be taking this off. It was $45 plus $7 shipping, so $52 total. And this unit, the 101, if I just flipped it real quick, this would go for about 80 bucks, minus fees and shipping. And then the game, which is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, goes for about 20, 22, 25 bucks, depending on condition. So you're looking at 80 and then 22, and the value of this is roughly a little over $100, and I spent 52. So about $50 net value here. Obviously, after fees and shipping and all that stuff, it goes down. But the other thing that I could possibly do with this is I like to take the new screens, and I happen to have some cheap housing kits. Let's see here. This guy right here, I can refurbish these. If I take it takes about an hour to refurbish. And this is my personal one that I have. It's red and black. Super clean. Updates it, makes it look super nice. Obviously, it doesn't have the sticker and stuff on the back, but these are always a lot of fun to play. And let's make sure that it works real quick. And you guys can see how bright the screen actually is. All right, it's charged. So, like, it's not a good sign. It might be busted. I might have to clean the game out, and it's showing the Nintendo screen. Now it's going into the game. It needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to be doing that at least. I got some isopropyl, and I'll make sure that everything is nice and shiny. Alright. So not too bad. I mean, it's gunky, but I could resell it and make a quick 20, 30 bucks if I wanted to. If I wanted to just not deal with it. Box number 2. I think I know what this is too. guys can see all right. Cool. Lots of paper. I think I got to be careful with this. If it's what I think it is. All right. So I think I know what this is. I'm going to be really careful with the paper. I hope that they were careful when they were boxing it. Yeah. It's exactly what I thought it was. So this is Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land. Brand new sealed in box. Okay, now obviously the condition is not spectacular. It's pretty crushed. But this is going to be going in my personal collection. There's no breaks in the seals or anything like that. It's got a nice H seal on it, and it's still got the hang tag. So other than the crushing, it's in decent condition. You know, it doesn't look, it's just the box is crushed. It's just straight up. At some point later down the line, if I end up being able to find one to replace this with, then I might do that. But this will last for now. Now, I spent $79.99 on this. Buy it now. And letting you guys in on a couple of my secrets. Shh. It runs in perfect condition. Now, if this box wasn't crushed at all, everything was perfect, it'd be in the $200 range. Probably more like $150 to $200, depending on condition. And this particular one, I probably would think that I could, if I flipped it, I could probably get $120 to $150, depending on how patient I am. But I'm going to be putting this in my personal collection. So all of the stuff you guys see that I'm unboxing today will help to basically pay for this as an investment and part of my personal collection. Thinking that maybe over the years that it will increase in value. So there's actually only about 5 sealed auctions of these per year. So I got in, you know, in not the best condition case box, that's for sure. But the seal looks good. Still got the security tag on the back, as you guys can see. And it'll be a nice addition to my collection. So excited about that. All right, on to the next box, which I think actually is going to be very similar. Very, very similar to that one. Not to try to spoil anything, but I do like it when people put packaging on top because it protects it from cutting. You don't end up cutting into the item. So for anybody who ships or sells anything, please put protection on the top. And like I said, this is a very, I don't know how, and this was a completely different seller. So I'm really curious as to how I ended up, like within the same week, got this item after the other item. Nice. So we got a copy of Wario Land 3 for the Game Boy Color. This one looks much nicer. Box is in really good condition. There's a little bit of slight crushing, creasing on the sides, but that's what, you know, you're not going to get a game in perfect condition if you're looking for a deal. You know, shrink wrap has some normal shelf wear, things like that, but overall in really good condition. Let me put this aside. Now, I paid $59.95 for this. And its value is probably around $100. And with things like this, everything is always, with collector stuff like this, you never know exactly what you could possibly get for it because the values could go up, they could go down based on demand. And depending on how patient you are, you might be able to get a little bit more for it. But this, again, much like the other one, is going to be going in my personal collection. And I'm going to put it side by side with the other one. They are different games. So I'm really excited. These are the two in this video that I'm going to be adding to my collection, and I'm super excited about it. So this one's in really, really good condition. Obviously, I didn't get it for half the value. But like I said, it's an investment. I'm putting it in my personal collection. I'm hoping that it grows in value over time. So odds are I will be, but it's not a super expensive purchase. So if it doesn't go up, you know, over the course of time, maybe even it goes down a little bit. What if it goes down back to $50, $60 like what I spent on it? I think in just complete condition, that game actually goes for 40. So I think I'm doing all right. On to the next one. Bigger box. They're just going to get bigger. This one and the next one are quite a bit bigger. Again, hoping that they put padding on top. Now there's a lot in here. I'm just going to pull everything out and we'll quickly go through it one by one. All right. So, I'm going to put this over here and we'll get to that in a second. You see the charger, so you probably know what it is already. But I bought this lot. It's got, I believe, 9 games. Tape. Yay. Love tape. It's got 4 games in here. And then 5 are probably complete in box, I would think. So we got Pokemon Sun here. This runs roughly 15 bucks. It's a good condition. So I am planning to flip the games. Actually, I'm going to be flipping this whole thing. So $15 for this, assuming that everything's in good condition. Tamagotchi Life goes for about 17 or so. Kirby Planet Robobot. That one's actually worth quite a bit more, 32. So 32 for that. Pokemon X 20, $20. This is how much they're worth roughly. I'm being pretty conservative in my numbers. Super Smash, about 12 bucks. This used to be worth quite a bit more, but they've dropped in value considerably, and I don't know why. Probably because of the Nintendo Select stuff. We got Kirby Triple Deluxe, which is roughly about $19, just in cart only. We got Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, which is about 12 bucks. Super Mario 3D Land, which really isn't worth much anymore. It's like under 10 bucks, like 8 or so. We got Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, which is worth about 11. And then the big guy here. Ooh, nice and shiny. Got a nice 3DS XL. I've never owned one of these. They're a little big for me. It's fine. I like it small. And, you know, it's pretty scuffed up. It's missing the stylus, which is pretty typical because they're just pretty easy to lose. But overall, the top of this is in pretty good condition. The face itself is in pretty solid condition. It's got some marks and stuff. I'll clean this up. So I bought this entire lot for $132 shipped. I think it was like $120 plus $12 shipping or so for all of it. This by itself is worth roughly 110 bucks. So right off the bat, we're doing pretty good. And then with all the games, it adds another 155 or so for the rest of the games. So total value is $256 for the whole lot. So minus 132 what I spent. So the net is about 124 bucks minus fees and shipping and all that stuff, which is about 25%. So these will go quickly, and this might take a little bit longer to sell, but the games usually go pretty quickly as long as I price them around the value of what, you know, I'm not trying to get an extra $1 or $2 squeezed out of it. I'll just get them gone, make the 80 or so dollars, and be done with it. All right. Save the best for last. Story about this, you know, oftentimes people will list things on eBay on Buy It Now and they'll make a pricing mistake. They accidentally list it for 99 cents, Buy It Now, instead of a 99 cent starting auction. I've bought things like that in the past, and 9 times out of 10, the person will message me and be like, hey, I made a mistake. I gotta cancel it. I meant to put it as an auction, and I accidentally put it as Buy It Now. And I'm like, you know, cool. I understand mistakes happen. And they cancel it, and it's you know, I'm done, right? But this one was one of those situations, at least I think. So I saw a listing on eBay with no picture for $5. Free shipping. Obviously, it's a priority box, so this box itself was 20 bucks just to ship. But I spent $5 on this, and I was thinking, okay, they're just going to message me. They're going to say, hey, I made a mistake. I meant to list it for 50 or something like that. I'm going to have to cancel it. And you know, I would have been like, okay, that's fine. No big deal. Because that's just the risk, right, of doing that. But you're not going to lose money if you take a chance on it. And I figured I'll take a chance on it. They actually listed all the games in the auction, so I knew what I was getting. Hopefully the box actually has the games in it. You know, maybe they sent me a large bag of packing peanuts. I don't know. It feels like there's something in there. But really interested to see if actually all of the games are in here. If so, this will be my my good score for the week. Wow, they sent all of it. Holy moly. Some of you are already seeing the Genesis games in here. Now, I'm not the biggest Genesis collector. I don't even have Genesis games set aside in my saved searches because they're kind of hard to deal with. They're hard to clean. They're hard to test. So I just usually don't deal with them. I have a few games in my collection, but generally speaking, I don't deal with them at all. So look at this. 11 games. 8 of them are boxed, I believe. Yeah, 8 of them. None of them are like ball, you know, like knock it out of the park kind of games. Not like any $100 games here. But all of these games are in the like $10 to $20 range boxed. I don't know. I might keep a couple of them. Let's see. I mean, it's complete. It's literally complete in box. In good condition. This label is pristine. Garfield Caught in the Act. This is worth about $15. These are conservative numbers because I didn't know what I was going to get. About $15 complete. We got Aladdin in box. The box. It doesn't look like the instructions are in here. So it's just the box. Oh, no. The instructions are in there. No. No. Wait, no, I can definitely feel something in there. Yep. Instructions, and the registration card too. Wow. Aladdin was one of my favorite games growing up, on Super Nintendo specifically. It's totally fine. I'm just gonna deal with this later. This is all right. We're gonna put that aside. Aladdin in box. I mean, in this condition, probably about 20 bucks. Worth about 20 bucks. I put 15 on here, but it's in better condition than I anticipated. We got Aladdin in the case. I believe this is also complete in box. We're just gonna assume that it is. This goes for about 15. Beauty and the Beast, Belle's Quest. I'm guessing they got this from a garage sale because it's listed for $1. Now this is about 20 bucks. And it's in good condition. I mean, like, these are all in pretty good condition, minus some, like, writing and stuff. This one doesn't have the instruction manual, Sonic, but the label's in good condition. You know, you often see Genesis games with the label really in terrible condition, so it's nice to see these clean. This goes for about 13 bucks. Miss Pac-Man in-box complete is about 10 bucks. Wayne's World, excellent. It has a sticker for $2.49. This goes for about 20 bucks. And we got Revolution X, which is about 10. And then we got 3 loose games, all in solid condition, actually, all things considered. I want to look at the contacts, but things look like I'm really surprised at the condition of these. Really, really surprised. Miss Pac-Man, like all 3 of these carts, Miss Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, and Tasmania all go for roughly $6 loose. Now, let me get something straight here. I'm a man of principle to a fault. this person spent $20 to ship these items to me. That's not even counting the like dollar in eBay fees or whatever they're going to hit. I spent $5. I can't just let them spend money to send me games. So I'm going to spot them at least the $20 shipping. I might make it $30. Because I wouldn't be able to sleep right knowing that somebody spent money to send me games. But assuming that I didn't do that, because I don't have to, but $5 for everything. That's insane. That's cheaper than a garage sale. Total worth of everything here is about $135 to $140. And so the net on that is 130, right? 130 to 135. Now, minus the 20 or 30 that I'm going to send them, obviously it's more like $100. I might sit on a couple of these because they're in really good condition. I might add them to my collection. Maybe even Aladdin, Sonic. Yeah, I'm going to look through these. I might add a couple of these to my collection, so subtract the value of that. But ultimately, with everything said and done for these items on eBay, I spent a grand total of $328.94. Value, this is before fees and everything, is about $829. Okay, so the net on that is around $400. If I were to flip everything, and minus fees, it'd probably be about $300. But and then also minus the $20 for shipping, and then minus the games that I'm keeping, I'm gonna end up with roughly $140 to $150 pure profit after fees, after shipping. Not too bad for 4 to 5 hours worth of work, and I'll call it a day, put it in the pocket, and buy some more games. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Jay Snipes out.